Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over this 2022 Hyundai Tucson limited trim. But I would like to give a special thanks to Braman Hyundai for providing with the Hyundai Tucson. If you're in the market for a Hyundai, you can come check out Braman Hyundai and ask for Raphael. He'll get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle. But let's start off underneath the hood here of the all-new redesigned Hyundai Tucson. Open up the hood here, it does reveal Hyundai's 2.5 liter four-cylinder. It does have GDI, which stands for gasoline direct injection. It makes 187 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. As the Tucson sits, it weighs 3,300 pounds. Let's talk about the fuel economy here. It's rated at 26 in the city, 33 on the highway, and 29 combined. This does come standard with front-wheel drive. If you guys are looking to get all-wheel drive, Hyundai does charge you for the all-wheel drive system. But shedding the hood here of the Hyundai Tucson, let's talk about the biggest elephant in the room here, which is the exterior styling here. The exterior styling here on the all-new redesigned Hyundai Tucson is bold, is in your face. Looking at these taillights here, they're going to be a full LED with an LED turn signal with an LED daytime running light, which is integrated into the grille. This also has an automatic low and high beam. There's front parking sensors. I do like the dark chrome here in the front fascia. That's the Hyundai emblem. Since it's a limited trim, it does offer a front-facing camera, which looks really good. I want you guys to comment down below in the comment section and tell me what you guys think about the 2022 Hyundai Tucson. I think it looks better than the RAV4 and also the Honda CR-V. Looking at the side profile, let's start out with these tires and wheels here. These are a 235/55 tire. They're wrapped in this 19-inch rim design. I do like the silver with the dark gray finish here. It gives the rim design here an aggressive look. And of course, it wouldn't be an SUV without the cladding here. Looking here at the mirror cap, there's this LED side marker. And up top, Hyundai does throw in these roof rails with this large panoramic sunroof. The wheelbase for the Tucson is at 108.3 inches. That's an additional stretch in 3.4 inches compared to the previous generation. This also has an overall length of 181.3. That's an additional stretch in 6.1 inches compared to the previous generation Tucson. So Hyundai, they did stretch this vehicle to give you more legroom and also more interior space. I do like these sharp body lines here on the side profile. But overall, let's look at the rear of the Hyundai Tucson. Looking at the rear, let's start out with these taillights. They're going to be an LED combination with an LED brake light. These taillight design reminds me of the Ford Mustang Mach-E. Looking down here at the lower part of the bumper, this does house the turn signal and reverse light, which is an incandescent design. There's rear parking sensors. This is aluminum painted bumper here. There's no visible exhaust tips. Hyundai hides it underneath the bumper. There's a Tucson badge. There's LED lights for the tag with the standard backup camera. The rear end does look very aggressive, just like the rest of this vehicle does. Looking here at the Hyundai emblem, it is flush mounted into the glass here. Open up the cargo bag here. Since the Hyundai that I'm testing here is the limited trim, it does come with a power opening tailgate. Once you open up the cargo bag here, it does reveal 38.7 cubic feet of space. Once you fold down the rear seats, it expands it to 80 cubic feet of space. So this does have the most cargo in the segment out of the Toyota RAV4 and the Honda CR-V, since Hyundai scratched this car by 6.1 inches. And underneath here, Hyundai does give you a spare tire instead of a fix-a-flat kit. Sit inside the interior of the Hyundai Tucson. This is the limited trim. As you guys can see, this interior is really nice. It's very spacious here in the 2022 Hyundai Tucson. But shutting the door here of the Tucson, the door sounds nice and solid. But to start up the Tucson, just put your foot on the brake and press the start-stop button right here. This does come standard with the 2.5 liter underneath the hood. Hyundai will offer this with 3 different powertrains, a plug-in hybrid and also a hybrid powertrain. But looking at the door panel materials here, is going to be a soft touch material with some black painted trim here with aluminum trim. There's 2-person memory seats. There's the door handle here, your lock controls. It is automatic up, automatic down for the driver and passenger, but not for the rear windows. You can also lock the windows from here. Nice grab handle here to shut the door. Nice area here to rest your elbows. Down here, it's going to be additional storage and cup holders. Also has the Bose audio sound system. Over here is the dimmer controls, the trunk release, your stability control. This is a manual tilt telescoping wheel. It does offer a good amount of range and adjustability. But looking at the steering wheel, this is the same steering wheel off the Hyundai Sonata. There's some controls here for the voice command, the volume controls, also your radio presets. This also has the driver's assistance for the adaptive cruise control, highway stir assist, also forward collision warning. This does come with blind spot monitoring. Since it's a limited trim, this thing is completely fully loaded. Looking here at these screens, this is a 10.25 inch gauge cluster here. Also, this is a 10.25 infotainment system. It does offer Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But to customize the gauge cluster here, you can use this little toggle switch here. It does show you different stuff like your attention level and also your driver's assistance. You can customize the screen to your liking here. That's the Hyundai emblem here on the airbag cover. Looking at this 10.25 inch display here, like I mentioned, it does offer Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It does take up the complete screen. Down here is going to be touch sensitive buttons. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the touch sensitive buttons. This also offers dual climate control, and down here is going to be 2 USB ports. There's also a wireless phone charger. Since this is a limited trim, it does come completely fully loaded. A nice area here to rest your phone. So if you guys have a bigger phone, like I have the iPhone 12 Pro Max, it does fit here in this compartment here. I wish Hyundai would offer like a drawer to shut this off so no one can see where your phone is. Down here is going to be a slight area for storage. There's 3 level heated and cool seats. Especially here in South Florida, you definitely will need the cool seats because it's been summertime. There's a heated steering wheel function, hill descent, parking sensors. You can also access the cameras through here. I'm gonna show you guys the key fob really quick. This is the same key fob that Hyundai is using on their lineup. There's a lock, unlock, remote start, a tailgate release, a panic button. You can also move this car out of tight parking spots. So if someone was parking next to you and you couldn't get in through the driver or passenger doors, you can move this car out of tight parking spots. Looking here at the Hyundai Blue Link interface here, very fast. I like the blue icons here, very bright screen. Going back to the Apple CarPlay, looking here, there's the air vents there, there's your hazard switch. The upper part of the dashboard is gonna be a nice leather. As you guys can see here, there's no actual instrument panel hood here. Hyundai has removed that to make this cabin feel more spacious. There's some cloth here on the dashboard. You can also get it on the actual door panel here, which is a nice touch. This does have a 2-tone color combination, which I do like. Up here is going to be LED lights throughout the cabin, and this also offers a massive panoramic sunroof to let light into this cabin here, which is a nice touch. I do like that Hyundai offers that. Down here is going to be 2 cup holders. This is your drive mode selector here. It's a little toggle switch. It does show you smart, sport, and normal. I do like the sport gauge here. Once you go into sport, I like the way that it looks, very bright and crisp. Looking here at the center console, it does offer a decent amount of storage. It's going to be slightly padded. There's electronic parking brake and auto hold. And there's 2 cup holders here. The seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable. I like the way that the seats feel. And looking at the glove compartment here, it does offer a decent amount of storage. But Hyundai is doing a really good job here with their vehicles from the exterior, also from the interior. But let's hop into the back seat of the Hyundai Tucson. So get into the back seat here of the Hyundai Tucson, shutting the door here. The door sounds nice and solid. The materials are carried over from the front to the rear. That's with heated seats here. There's going to be 2 mount pockets for storage. That's your own set of rear air vents back here. There's 2 USB ports. The floor back here is not flat, but you can fit 3 people across. And Hyundai says you get 41.3 inches of legroom. That's the most legroom in the segment out of the Honda CR-V and the RAV4, since Hyundai scratched this vehicle by 6.1 inches, with the wheelbase being stretched by 3.4 compared to the previous generation. I do have a decent amount of headroom here, even with this panoramic sunroof cutout here. Pulling this armrest down here, it does reveal 2 cup holders, but overall the Tucson does have a spacious back seat. So starting off in the 2022 Hyundai Tucson limited trim. Let's start off with the visibility here. Great visibility. The seats in here feel very comfortable. They're plush. I do like the 2-tone color combination, like I mentioned from the interior scene. This does have paddle shifters. This does house that 8-speed automatic transmission. The ride quality here is very smooth. It's compliant. Here in Miami, we don't have the best of roads, but the Tucson does suck up the bumps just fine. This also has start-stop capability. Looking at the gauge cluster here, you guys can see when you signal left or right, it will show what's next to the vehicle for the blind spot monitoring, which is a nice touch. You get that same feature in the Kia products as well. This does come standard with a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. It makes 187 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. And like I mentioned, it's paired with an 8-speed automatic. Let's talk about the fuel economy. It's right at 26 in the city, 33 on the highway, and 29 combined. If you guys don't like that automatic start-stop function, you can defeat that by pressing the button there. But if you guys want to keep that on, you can definitely do so to save some fuel. The 2.5 liter is very responsive. The seats in here, they do offer 3-level heated and cool seats. They give you this little button here you can press. But just driving the Tucson, this car drives very good. The suspension feels very good, well planted. And Hyundai has scratched this car by 6.1 inches compared to the previous generation of Tucson. And they scratched their wheelbase by 3.4 inches to give it more legroom. So this has the most legroom in the segment at 41.3 inches of legroom. So this does have more legroom than the Honda CR-V and the Toyota RAV4, which the Honda CR-V was the king in the rear legroom. But now, since Hyundai has the new Tucson here, it does have 1 more additional inches of legroom compared to the CR-V. But the ride quality here is really good. You can fit your family of 5 in here. This does have a lot of cubic feet of space. Once you let down the rear seat, you have around 80 cubic feet of space. So this does have the most cubic feet of space in the segment. But just driving here is really good. I don't hear any road noise from outside. Above me, that's this beautiful panoramic sunroof to let light into this cabin. I do like the 10.25 digital gauge cluster here. You can also get this 10.25 infotainment system, which offers Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Let's talk about the driver assistance here. This does have highway stir assist with adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring. Hyundai does keep you and your family safe on long commutes, or if you guys were going to the grocery store and whatnot. So they do keep you safe. Let's talk about the exterior styling once again. Very bold looks from the Tucson. This looks better than the Honda's CR-V and also the RAV4. Well, basically it looks better than anything in the segment because it looks so aggressive. And Hyundai did a really good job with the exterior styling. After spending time with the 2022 Hyundai Tucson Limited Trim, starting price here for the Tucson is at $34,700 with the options and accessories, including destination. The Tucson stickers for $36,389. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next video.